Giannis, you've been competing against James Harden for a long time. What can you say about what he's still able to do at this stage of his career to turn in a performance like he had tonight?
Incredible. He's incredible talent, one of the best players to ever play the game. He probably scored 25,000 points plus. Still able to get to his spot, still able to help his team win. He's an incredible talent.
James Harden is one of the most polarizing NBA players ever. On one hand, he's hated because of his play style.
He's gonna bait you, do all that whole to get to 33. Those to 33, that's a lot of beat.
He's 35.
That's 9 free throws a game.
So he's a baiter. Is he a novice baiter or is he a master of that?
He could get hot some games. That old body could get hot.
He's 35. He's a master baiter. Damn it.
Yo, that was crazy, yo.
On the other hand, he's celebrated as one of the greatest scorers and shooting guards in NBA history. So in today's video, we'll be showing you how different NBA players really feel about him. And first off is Dwayne Wade calling the Beard a genius.
I went to a game once and I just watched James the entire time. This is since he's been with the Clippers. And James don't get enough credit. James is a basketball genius.
Yes.
That do not get credit for being a basketball genius.
Yes.
The way that he manipulates the game, but it's not just for fouls, the way that he picks the game apart, bro, it's masterful. Yeah. When you just watch James Harden play the game, it's just a beautiful brand of basketball that he's been able to translate into the different now generations of James Harden. And that's the hardest thing to do. That's why he will go down as one of the greats.
Harden is truly a genius because what he's been able to do is hack the game. This season, Harden is dropping 28.5 points per game, dishing out 10.2 assists, and grabbing 7.3 boards a night. This man is also shooting 47% from the field, 39% from deep, and 88% at the line. That's cold-blooded efficiency, and it's numbers like that that make people compare him to the GOATs.
Because, man, James Harden, I tell you, he's the best one-on-one player I may have ever seen. Now, he's not as good as Michael and Kobe. I don't want people to think I'm going crazy. But as far as the way he shoots, because those guys weren't great three-point shooters, he could even make a three anytime he wants to. He can get to the basket anytime, and he's a great free throw shooter. But I'm just telling you, the way the game is called today, he's the best one-on-one player I've ever seen.
You know, James is he's such a fantastic player. And, you know, all I can do is sit on the sidelines and just shake my head. You know, like some of those plays he was making, the shots that he was making. Those are difficult shots for 90% of the players in the league.
I think that a lot of people like to normalize greatness when you see it over and over again, but it's not normal because there's nobody else that could do it. If it was normal, everybody would do it. He's put himself in position to be able to be one of the best offensive scorers of all time because of the way he's able to score the ball at a high level in a variety of different ways. So it's amazing.
Harden's incredible scoring this season has kept the Clippers in the Western Conference hunt, sitting at 45-20, chilling in the top 4. And with Kawhi coming back for the playoffs, Clippers fans are starting to have more belief. But do they really have a chance?
James Harden. I mean, he's a lefty. You want a mid-range pull-up, you want a floater, you want a layup, you want a dunk, you want a free throw. He's legendary for his step back. You can say that it's a travel, you can say it's not a travel. Ref doesn't call it, so I'm all for it.
James Harden often gets criticized for his ISO-heavy style of play, and Kobe, RIP, has made his thoughts on that play style clear.
I'm not a fan of in terms of winning championships. I don't think that style is ever going to win championships. But at the same time, you have to keep your team's head above water to win games. So you have to do what you have to do to win games, and he's doing that, right? Now, I think...
So are you saying you don't think James Harden and the Rockets, as constructed, can win a title?
Not with this style of play.
So what is the Beard doing now? It seems like James Harden has evolved from a scorer to a playmaking wizard, and people are starting to realize it.
Because James is in a different place in his game, the 50 ball has always been there. I think he's really trying to change and show that he can play point guard, he can get everybody involved. So his scoring, he's just playing docile. And that's the thing, that it's one of those things like, if you think about every time he had to do it, it was easy for him. When Embiid's out and everybody's about to talk shit, 40. When this person was down, okay, I give you 40. And this, when you're talking shit, I got something for you, right? I just think he's like, I want to get 10 assists. I need to try to get everybody involved.
But while people try to hate on Harden, the fact is most of his teammates have fond memories of him.
I mean, like we had a hell of a team. James was, being around him, working with him every day, a special player.
For me, he really just told me, like, just stick with it. It's not all gonna just be gravy. It's not all gonna be great. There was times when he was in OKC where, things weren't, going great. He was playing well, but things weren't like what they are now. And I think it's a little bit of adjustment period. And that's really, we worked out with each other over this past summer, and he was saying the same thing. Like, it's not always gonna be what you think it is until you get to a point where you can slow the game down yourself, and it's completely different. And you take that advice and you try to apply it, and you start to get impatient, and you're kind of like, when, and then when it happens, that's when you kind of sit back and you're like, oh, like, I see what you're saying now.
I just looked at him and I said, you're the point guard and I'm gonna play shooting guard, and that was as simple as that. So he's been taking control of the responsibilities and doing an incredible job.
However, many don't believe that Harden is doing something that's incredible or genius. And for this, he gets lots of hate from fans and even some players. For instance, the step-back three is kind of Harden's signature move, but it's also the move that's got the NBA split down the middle. Some call it pure genius, a work of art. Others, they're screaming travel louder than a ref's whistle, claiming he's sneaking an extra step every time he pulls it. Is it a slick two-step within the rules, or a cheat code the league's too scared to call? The debate's so hot, and Steph Curry seemed a bit too happy to say this.
Is that you throwing up a 13 on your jersey after you got caught that travel?
I've seen that once or twice. I tried it myself, and obviously they got confused. Thought it was, they knew it was somebody different, so they called it. But it is what it is.
You don't often get called travel zone. I guess that was it.
Well, not on that move, because I thought that was okay.
It's copyrighted. He's already talented offensively. Can put the ball in the hole multiple ways, drive, step back threes. But you're giving him easy points if you put a guy like that on the line.
But besides his plays, James Harden also gets hate for his nightlife. This man's been caught on TMZ living his best life, and it's stuck to him like glue. To some fans and players, it paints him as less serious, like he's more about the after party than rings. But then again, this man has been balling at an MVP level for over a decade. But despite everything he's done, some people have decided he's an unserious player.
Isn't it crazy how a narrative can get started and stick to a player? And even though you're watching him, like what you just said, this guy shows up every single night, puts on a jersey. But yet, he's had the reputation for going out, for partying. But you see him on the court every night.
Yeah, he's there.
And he shows up, he performs, but yet people still want to talk about, well, he goes out, he did this, he did that. It's crazy.
Nonetheless, James Harden's legacy is undisputed. He has given his best to teams, entertained fans, made some haters eat their words, and he's got the respect of the GOAT.
Sat him down, as my kids would say. He sat him down. So that was a nice move. I'm just glad I'm not that guy that failed.
The whole first quarter, he's off. And I was like, you know why you off? Because you're in my city. Your beard stinks. I hate you. I was like, I hate your calves. I told him, I said, I think you got butt shots. I was saying a bunch of stuff to him. And he got mad. He said, remember all of this. He said, I'm about to cook you. I said, you gonna cook me? Well, put me in the pot because I'm ready to be cooked. We're talking like I don't even know why he's paying me this much attention. Like at some point, I was like, James, this is very unprofessional on your behalf. Like, you're not even supposed to be talking to me this much. James went on to score 55 points, and here's the bad part. They beat us by 30. And with like a minute left, he was dribbling the ball, staying in the half court, and he was just staring at me. And he goes, tell your team what you did to him. And
Our records are a sense of pride for the work that you put into the game. So, I'm happy to have it because I think it showcased how much practice and effort that I put into it. I think what you're seeing with James Harden is the same. He's not doing this off the whim. It's something that he's worked and he's perfected to a point where the results are starting to show.
6-time All-NBA first team, 10 All-Star nods, being the only player in NBA history with multiple 60-point triple-doubles. These are stats that place James Harden in a category of his own. Add in an Olympic gold and his 2023 FIBA World Cup run, and there's no doubt that James Harden is an NBA great. But until he wins a ring, people are going to keep calling him a traveler and a masturbator, or worse, a playoff choker. A ring is the only thing that would shut the critics up. It would be like the 2011 Dirk Nowitzki situation or 2008 Kevin Garnett. But do you think he and the Clippers can actually make a great run this year? Do you think James Harden has done enough to be among the all-time greats? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, watch 2019 James Harden was the biggest cheat code in the NBA next.